Hello, everyone. Today we're going to be doing another scored review. This one's going to be on Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice. This is going to be the enhanced Xbox Series X version of it. So they've done an update which enhanced the game a lot and added a few features. I can definitely say without a doubt it's nice to be able to finally sit down and do the scored review for this, because the first time I tried to do a walkthrough I kept having issues on the chapter where you fight, I think a creature's name is Garm, towards the end of the game, where the video just for some reason would not record, so I gave up on it. And I came back to it at a later date, and I figured why not do this after the time period where they let down the Xbox enhanced updates for the series models. Now, if you are watching this video on YouTube, please be sure to leave a like and subscribe. It really helps out my channel. And I was about to say also leave one on my buddy's channel, but I forgot this is not the tag team live stream or the co-op live stream, so I won't be saying that. Now, as everybody knows who's watched me do any of these reviews that I haven't had to go back and redo, I score games and DLC on 5 different categories, that being the story, the graphics, the music and sound effects, the gameplay mechanics, and the achievements. And also I score games as a 5 as average instead of the industry standard of 7 or 8, so there's that as well. So without further ado, as you can see here, this is the chapter select screen. This is something that was added with the update. So I'm just going to go ahead and start from the first chapter while I go over my review, because I believe this cuts out the entire intro part. Yeah. Now, for the story of this game, it is rather unique. If you have not played this game or you have not looked into it, this is a story based around a character with psychosis to help explain and show how people suffer from it. But it is also an adventure in which you are helping the lead character Senua overcome the darkness, her fears, and numerous other things along the way. If you're expecting this gloomy looking game to have a purely happy ending, this one might not be your cup of tea. I mean, granted, it's not a bad ending, but it's not a great one. But overall, the story is very enjoyable, and if you want the most you can get out of this game, also grab the lore stones and the hidden phases. It really adds to the background and hidden story plots. And also, if you get all the lore stones, you get a special little cutscene right before you enter the final chambers that explains a little more story as to Senua's background and why you should really hate one person she knows very much. Now, as I said, the story is really good and it has a lot going on for it. Now, for the graphics, this game has 3 different graphics settings, which is resolution, which is what I'm playing on, performance, which, I mean, on the series consoles, the resolution and performance to me didn't really look any different, and then some other graphical one that like really bogged down the system and made the
old fool was right. What was it he said?
The game's frame rate dropped horrendously.
Which lies the halls of hell.
Now, for the
Helheim.
the details of this game are amazing. There's a lot of details in her face, looking at her hair, like the fuzz and the fur on her outfit. I mean, just all in all, her character looks great. And also, if you look at the backgrounds and the foregrounds and like all the other tiny little details that they've put into this game, they've done a bang up job with the graphics. For the music and sound effects, there is some music in the game, but it's more or less ambient music that you'll have throughout the game, because throughout the whole game you have the quote-unquote Furies, the voices in her head, talking to you, which the game tells you at the beginning this is best experienced with a headset on. And I completely agree, because if you have a good surround sound audio headphone, like spatial headphones, you can hear the Furies around you from multiple different angles, and they can help you out in battle, like warning you you're about to get attacked, giving you time to dodge even if you're not looking at it. So, the music and sound effects I think are stellar for this game. The gameplay and mechanics, this is something where the game falls short. It's kind of like a walking simulator slash puzzle with some light action elements and some exploration. This game doesn't really do any of that great, but it does all of it well enough. The exploration is really good because it allows you to look into the different environments while you're looking around for things like collectibles. But for the character, I mean, you really only have a handful of things. Like when you're not in combat, you literally have move, look, and run. Now in combat, you add a few more things. Oh, you also have focus, which is how you solve puzzles and whatnot. The puzzle solving, the first time I played this game, I didn't look up any walkthroughs, and I didn't really have any issues with the puzzle. It's all about exploring and trying to find different ways of looking at the puzzle, or you know, any way to figure out a puzzle, like looking at it or focusing on it. And the combat in this game is very I guess you could say lackluster. It's not very complicated. You got light attacks, heavy attacks, dodges, and like combat focus, parries, blocks. I mean, it's all very simple. The combat itself is more tactical than just hack and slashing, so you do have to think about where you're positioned, what you're up against while you're engaged in combat. But overall, the combat's pretty simple.
You're in danger.
The achievements for this game are all very simple. If you can beat the game, you pretty much get every achievement but one.
Just drop down.
If you can get all the lore stones, you basically got the last achievement. So, I mean,
No, this is it.
overall, the achievements don't take that long, because you pretty much only need one playthrough of the game and then whatever you need to follow up on to get the remaining lore stones. You don't even have to find the hidden phases. Excuse me. So, as I said at the beginning, this is I score a game 5 out of 10 for average instead of the industry standard 7 or 8. And this, like I said, quick brief run through is the story really good. The graphics are really good. The music and sound effects are pretty good. The gameplay and mechanics, again, that's where the game falls short. And the achievements are pretty simple. And I would definitely say, if you are looking for a nice casual game, I consider this a casual game, where you want a little bit of challenge, you can adjust the difficulty if you want. A little bit of challenge. Puzzles aren't too difficult.
Good to see you again.
But, you know, overall, it's not a bad game. As much as I like this game, I would say, unless you're looking for easy achievements or you're just wanting to experience this game, which I'm sure most people have heard of, then I would say wait for a sale. Try to catch it between like $10 and $20, somewhere around there. But you know, all in all, if you're just looking for a great experience, or you just, like I said, want achievements, definitely this game's worth it. So for the roundup, I would say this game's a solid 8 out of 10. It's definitely one of those games where you can really sit down, get into it, and not have to play long periods of time to actually um, make progress in it. And the game isn't really that penalizing for when you die. I know it says at one point that each time you quote fail, the rot on Senua's arm grows, and once it reaches her head, it's game over. As far as I'm aware, up to this day,
Go through it. It's dangerous.
nothing happens, no matter how many times you die. So, don't freak out about it if you're playing the game. But 8 out of 10. I'll see you guys in the next scored review. Catch y'all later.
Learned their ways.